You wake to a siren in your bones. Concrete hums under the mattress. A neon slice cuts your eyelids. You don't remember how you got here. You do remember the smell, metal and cold coffee and burned rubber. You sit up. The window shows a skyline that looks like a blade. Every billboard is a threat. Every face you see in the street is looking for an angle. You step outside. A man smiles too quickly. A woman offers you a cigarette like it's a favor. You realize everyone is crooked. Not a few. Everyone. Shopkeepers with hands in registers. Kids trading pocket-sized knives like toys. Cabs that switch lanes to corner you. You feel the pull of the city. It wants something from you. It calls you prey. Your pockets are empty, but not for long. A rule set pulses in the air. Survive, take, move. No moral safety net. Only opportunity and consequence. You breathe. You make a choice. Move fast. Observe faster. Trust no one. Trust your instincts. This city rewards decisiveness, but it punishes hesitation. You start walking. You listen. You learn the language of glances. A nod at a lamppost means watch. A flick of fingers across a throat means clean. You meet eyes with a courier. His back is a ledger of bruises. He stops. He slides a card into your hand. Not a phone number. A code. 7 digits. Your fingers sting. You tuck the card away. It's an invitation and a threat. You follow instructions you didn't ask for. You duck into a subway car. No map, no routes, only destinations traded in whispers. The car smells like promise and rust. A woman presses an envelope into your palm. Inside, cash, a small map, a line drawn in red. Under it, 2 words. Tonight Central. You get off 3 stops early. You need reasons. You need leverage. In this city, leverage is currency. You shadow a pickpocket on instinct. He moves like a phantom. A slick glove. A deft hand. You learn to air pocket a crowd. You learn the art of being unseen while watching everything. You lift a wallet. 2 cards. A train pass. A photograph of a family you will never meet. You drop the wallet in a trash can. You keep the pass. You keep the photo for the look it gives you. A reminder you're still human. On a bench, a man offers you a pact. He will teach you control. You will pay with favors. The city eats favors for breakfast. You nod. You become an apprentice of improvised morality. You work fast. You work clean. You survive.
Night folds like a map. Central is a cathedral of glass and shadow. People stream toward it like tributaries. You're not the only blood in the water. A quake of adrenaline. You're guided to a basement. A penthouse of deals. Men in cheap suits and good teeth count stacks. Women with scars that glitter under chandeliers laugh like bells. A game begins. It's not poker. It's negotiation over trembling stakes. You learn the rules. Never show fear. Never show your hand. Never be first to fold. You place a small bet. You win. You lose. You learn who keeps score. A door behind the stage opens. Security is a man with a face like a bruise. He likes you. Not the good kind. He sees potential. He offers you a job, a run for a briefcase. You will be a ghost. You will pass through checkpoints, eyes locked, palms empty. You will not ask what's inside. You will not ask why. You will be paid in clean cash and a single line of intel. It helps the family. You take the job. You accept danger like a second skin. The run is a ballet of near misses, a metal detector that chirps but misses, a camera that blinks but ignores. You slip through. You hand over the case. The boss smiles like a closing trap. He stamps your card. You're elevated, a notch higher. Now the stakes are not just your safety, they are reputations. You realize reputation is currency too. Lose it, and no one will trade with you. After the job, you learn about betrays. They are not theatrical. They're practical. A neighbor slams your door one morning. Accusations fly like shards. Someone tipped off the cops. You narrowly escape a raid. You call in one favor. A cleaner arrives. She erases traces with the ease of a poet. You ask questions. She shrugs. Everyone wants something, she says. You start to build a net. This city will devour you without a safety net. So you stitch one. You recruit a hacker who eats data like candy. You recruit a driver who doesn't ask questions. You recruit a woman who can charm a confession out of a stone. Each one takes a cut. Each one answers to a ledger of favors. You become a small hub. People come to you for passage, for code, for a lie that looks like truth. You start to feel power. Power smells like sweat and new cash. You're intoxicated. You begin to pull jobs, not just run them. You command a crew. You plan with maps and timetables, not instincts. This is new and dangerous. You like it. The city tests you. An old ally disappears. A rival frames you for a shakedown gone wrong. Police lights cut the skyline like fingers. You run into a building that used to be a theater. You find the alley where every confession is sold for a bottle. You confront the rival. He is clever. He grins and lets you stew in the humiliation of a planted badge. You make a choice. You could burn the city down in revenge. You could disappear into anonymity. Instead, you craft a heist that is art. Not for the money, for message. You plan to take back what was stolen. Dignity, leverage, proof that you exist and will not be erased. Your crew moves like clockwork. The hacker blinds cameras. The driver becomes a ghost on the highway. The woman you recruited seduces a guard into a confession. You are in the control room, counting beats. You break into a ledger. You find the name connected to the raid. It's someone you never suspected. You leak the ledger to every crooked phone and every crooked ear. Rivalries ignite. Friendships fracture. The city enters a new rhythm. Chaos with a pattern. You watch the dominoes fall. You don't gloat. You watch. You learn the cost of action. Every victory breeds a vendetta. You meet a child one night who offers you a broken coin. He says, "My dad used to be honest." You look at the kid and taste despair. You realize the cycle is generational. You could keep feeding it. Or you could alter the ledger. You choose the ledger. You set rules for your crew. No children. No unnecessary blood. No betrayals without escalation. You teach them how to take only what keeps them alive. You build a network of protection. Legal contacts who look away. Street medics who patch wounds. Old cops who haven't sold everything. You start redirecting profits. You launder a little into shelters. You bribe a judge. You free someone wrongly charged. Small ripples become currents. People start to hope. Hope is a dangerous thing in a city like this. Hope makes people quit hiding. It also attracts predators. One morning, a car follows you home. Inside, a note. You overstepped. You know who placed it. You prepare for war, not of guns and flame. You wage war with information, with leverage, with choices that fracture alliances. You outmaneuver. You erase a rival's supplier. You expose a corrupt politician's vacation ledger. You free the kid's father. You take a hit. Your crew loses someone. You cry once. You remember the man who smiled too quickly the first day. He is the same man, older now, confessing over coffee. He says, "I joined because survival felt like surrender." You realize everyone here made the same compromise. Your city is a mosaic of small moral defeats. You can't fix everything, but you can change the terms. You can make survival less brutal. You can make the dominoes fall differently. You walk the streets heavier and lighter, heavier with memory, lighter with purpose. You stand on a rooftop. The city breathes beneath you. You smile, because for the first time, you feel like a variable that matters.